basically remember that. Leave him alone, basically. Okay. I just want to talk about a few things. Well, first of all, happy holiday Halloween weekend. But I also want to discuss trolls. There's a lot of trolls going around. You know, if you guys watch MRE, he tells you trolls like to cause, and I'm going to give you a couple examples of what they're doing right now and how easy it is to make people get upset. It's not hard at all. It's very easy. Um, so I'm going to give you a perfect example here. Just give me 1 minute. I'm just waiting for a few more people to get in here, and I'm supposed to have a guest. Hopefully that guest will show up. I'll just go through and ask me any questions ahead of time. Like I said, Krumel, this is the real Krumel, and he's not a mod anymore. So I don't know if that's going to change, but right now he just needs a little break from modding. And like to say that he was the best mod that you could have, basically. So I appreciate everything he's done. Yeah, Tony Pizza's coming back. This is what I heard. That he is coming back. Who knows? I hope he does. Nobody should just have their show end like. So maybe if he's coming back, that means that all they've been doing is talking more bullshit about his show being taken down again. And also, I want to talk about. Let's see. First, let me see. Lee, can you please remove Rune Wrench? He doesn't. Yeah, well, I'll take care of that, but not right now. It's getting cold. Maybe Tony froze in the car. He is on the East Coast, and I'm not sure weather's like on the East Coast. Here today, it's about 70 degrees. How it's out in Connecticut and Massachusetts area, I have no idea. Anthony, thank you. If this is the Anthony that helped out last night, I appreciate that. But you know, dude, there's too many Anthony Luciano Romandis. I can't make you a moderator. I mean, if you had a different name then, or maybe put something at the end of your name so I know who it is. But otherwise, it would be kind of difficult to do. Krumel, I'm just asking you a question, dude. If you're not, then just be cool about it. You don't have to put that in capitals. It's raining but not cold. And it's 57 in the Catskills. Okay, last night we had this clown Al on. And Al's getting all sorts of new nicknames. I prefer to call him Al Biden. But you guys have other nicknames in here. No Touch, or I want you to put up that nickname you have for them, New Beginnings, if you don't mind. I've had so much stuff going on, I could barely read a lot of the stuff I was getting this morning. Okay, Brooklyn Boy, I can't stand stacks, but please, with respects, don't say the S word. I have a beautiful son who is autistic. Yes. Is Tony going on stacks? I'll be very surprised if Tony's on stacks. I mean, but Tony's his own worst enemy right now. Please remove room rent. Well, we already read that. Damn, there's already all these messages in here. Has no emotional control. The way he was ranting, you would have thought that you married his daughter. I'll tell you what. Last night, it's the first time that I show where half the people that came in, he was booting out. And let me explain to you why he's doing that. He's not in it for anything except to cause trouble. When he first originally came in here, he was all about John Alite. And I put something up yesterday that showed he was attacking myself, and he was also attacking Bald Sicilian the first time around. Then he took that channel down, or it was shut down. Then he had a second channel, same thing. He was doing some attack videos. It got shut down. Now he has this channel, and the way he's doing things, we know it's not fast, or he's not going to get to 1,000 going the way he's going. And this is what they think, that these attack channels like him, but the guy's ridiculous that people don't take him serious. And if you do take him serious, you have some real emotional issues, just like he does. It's easy to stand there and say, he's literally trying my channel. The people that are here are jokes and that they're all mentally ill. He literally said that last night, that people that come to this channel are mentally ill. I mean, this is, why am I blocking John Wolf? Because John Wolf is a scumbag. That's why I'm blocking John Wolf. He's a lowlife. I try to get with him, but he makes it impossible. So my dealings with John Wolf as of now, I don't care what he does. He could say whatever he wants about me, join that other crowd, because he's no different than them. That's why Doe Wolf. And, I sent you an email. I talked to you. I tried to, make it pay between us, but you just don't want to. You're a snake. You'll talk to me, and then that night you'll be on saying, oh, you're going to have a bad weekend. We're going to do this to you. We're going to do that to you. Basically, you're a troll, dude. And not only are you a troll, you use everything possible, and you don't have any loyalty to nobody. So you're just an absolute troll. That's who you are, John. Okay, I'm going to give you an example of what a troll does. Shorty is an FBS simp, and he's always in that chat room. So he comes out, Shorty, and he sends a text a message to Vinny, saying that Lee was talking a lot of shit about you last night. And right away, Vinny was upset, came into his chat room this morning, looked very depressed. If you're going to look depressed over that, Vinny, you really, this genre, you might want to stick with the Horsemen or something like that, because this is nothing. This is just the beginning. That's all this is the beginning. And
yeah, Vinny, you were out on the streets back in the day, and you better believe that they're going to exploit that as much as they can. They know that guys like us, have a bit of an attitude at times, that we don't like to be told anything, let alone anything like, that sounds like they're hating on us. And, you just have to have thick skin with it, Vinny, and just make sure you ask the person you think said something before you react. And again, I've been guilty of acting before asking myself. I've learned I'm doing well, and the beating that I got once or twice earlier this year was worth it, because you got to go through some of this crap in order to learn how to deal with things better. So, take some of the old street skills you had, Vinny. Remember how crazy guys could be out there? Well, they're going to be on here too, except they're typically betas, and they'll never leave their mama's basement, but they're going to try to get at you with a keyboard instead of a gun. So just remember that, and always ask the person you think is talking about you before you move forward with saying anything.
Yeah, now we're going to go to this pathetic clown that's been on. Let me stop the screen here and redo this. Did you watch any of that? Have you watched any of that show last night with this guy that calls himself Fear? Let's see, 1 second. Okay. We're going to talk about Mob Show. This guy, oh my, can you imagine? Look at this guy. This guy has the balls to insult anybody.
Yeah, we don't need to be doing insults like that at all. I'm still wondering, how the heck did this get started, Lee? I don't remember you saying anything bad about this guy first.
No, of course I didn't say anything bad about him. He was told what to do, and he's doing it. Okay, so basically he started off as John A. Lights guy, and he was attacking me and Ball Sicilian. And now Ball Sicilian is telling him what a great guy he is, and he's pushing his show. But at one time, this guy talked smack about me and Ball Sicilian. And then he changed his show to another show that went down. And that this is his third show. So it's obvious what he's doing. I mean, the guy, and then when you sit there and talk about people having mental issues, you're the one with the mental issues. But I just want to play a little bit of what he's saying last. This is from the. Can you hear that? What?
It's buffering a bit. Go ahead and try it again.
So I don't think I was too hard.
There you go.
I just went at it with an unbiased eye and called it as I saw it. And I wasn't making things up. If you go back at any of their videos, Tony's show is down now. He's down. None of his videos are out there. If you go back at any of Lee's shows, I mean, he built his channel. He got his early subscriber. He trolled disguised as mob show.
So he's saying that I started off as a troll. Anybody that knows me knows that when I started this off, I had Kane Shade with me and I had FBS with me. FBS had his own thing too. So this guy is purposely lying. He literally had 30 to 40 people come on his show last night, probably within 30 minutes. And if anybody said anything negative, he had the biggest troll in the world, Jesse. You know about Jesse?
Yeah, he made him a moderator on the channel. He's going to regret that one.
The biggest troll there is, Jesse. He made a moderator. Yeah. So either he is working with Jesse as a troll or he's just dumb, or maybe a little bit of both. But everybody in this genre knows who Jesse is. They all know that he's a troll. And he's a very good troll. Like he went around telling people I stole his identity. Dude, how can I steal a troll's identity? You're a troll.
Yeah,
let me play some more of this.
Jesse is talented in what he does. He's got a great troll game, man. I'm sure he'll love hearing that. But it's true. The guy has been able to get to almost everybody.
He's also a scumbag.
He's effective.
Okay.
You know, attack people that appeared on his show or people that he was supposedly getting along with, and now it's just a flat-out troll show. He did a show on me yesterday. I don't know how long it was. I never really officially checked the time. My name's in the title, and it was over an hour long.
Now he's all happy I did a show on him yesterday. I did about 10 minutes on him, but I put him. And today, I don't know if you've seen the YouTube thumbnail I put up about him, but I don't think he's going to like it too much. So if you get a chance, people go take a look at the thumbnail.
With some infamous guys, yes.
Yeah, well, look at him. I mean, the guy. Would you be surprised? I mean, I think that
nothing surprises me. But
I think that New Beginnings has him pegged the best, and has done a wonderful job on this guy.
It might be over 2 hours long, but I never watched it. I didn't watch a second of it. Credit, and I certainly am not going to be doing a show or sit down and spend my afternoon watching somebody that is trashing me. Because if this was in person, if this was somebody in person, there's no way in hell I would interact with him or stick around or listen to what the fuck up had to say.
Oh, and this guy loves to swear. I mean, this guy continuously swears. I mean, a matter of fact, there's a video out showing him of his swear, how many times he does swear. But that's his game right now. And he doesn't understand. He had like 900 views yesterday, but half the people viewing him were coming from the troll channel and going over there and trolling him. And he kept blocking them. So he was being trolled by trolls, and the trolls were going back and forth and laughing about it. And he didn't even realize it.
Yeah, he was lit up for the part that I saw. He was, he was definitely, cussing up a storm, and, like again, I'm not even sure how the heck it got so personal with him. And, it's one thing to have a YouTube beef or whatever, but man, the dude acts like you did something to his family or something.
Yeah, same thing with Josie. Same thing. It's like you know what it is? Either they're not too bright, or the trolls have gotten in their brains. And if Jesse's behind it, Jesse's running this whole operation right now, and Jesse's loving it because these people aren't too bright, and Jesse's telling them what they want to hear, and Jesse's provoking everything. So Jesse, good job. You're a hell of a troll, dude. You're doing a good job. You're finding weak-minded people and controlling them. That's what it comes down to. And that's what trolls go for, weak-minded people. Let me get that clown off of there. Okay. And, you know, just so people know, I wasn't doing live shows, and people just thought I was going to stop doing live shows. No, when my home life gets a little more situated, I'm going to go back to live shows. And the reason that I love having you with me is because I feel very comfortable with you. And it's hard to find somebody that you feel comfortable with when you're doing this kind of show.
Yeah, thank you. You know, I try my best to, you know, not interrupt people, or, you know, I get these clowns who still tell me I speak too much, but okay.
Me too, man. We do speak too much. That's why we don't do nothing. We're nothing compared to Gunner.
Yeah, no doubt. My
Gunner
boy Gunner, man, he, he helped build the original channel, and it was great. The first time I interviewed him, I hadn't been in front of a mic for a long time, but thank goodness he was there, because what I didn't pick up on right away, Gunner ran with and then sped to the next 3 topics in a row. So, hey, you know,
and I got to give Gunner some credit on part 3 of his video with Anthony Raimondi. Oops, I got this guy on the screen as Anthony Raimondi. Let me get him off. This guy, basically, Gunner was asking him all about his military record. It wasn't making sense to Gunner, and Gunner was kind of really hitting him hard on this. If anything, that interview it really made Anthony Raimondi look like a bigger liar than what he already is.
Yeah, and it's with Gunner, he took some flack for the first round, but then he told everybody just wait till the second, part 2 or 3. And I think what Gunner did was walked him into a trap where the guy just made himself look extremely ridiculous. He said, I forgot what the exact detail was, but he said something the other day on Gunner's show that messed up. Oh, the DD-214 thing or whatever it was. He said on Gunner's, now I didn't get one of those. Then he said he got sent to Vietnam 4 times.
Yes.
Even on a judge's sentence, he to try to get his thing sounding right on Gunner's, he tried to say that they didn't ever close out the sentence or something along those lines. Well, if they're not going to, or excuse me, they didn't clarify the number of times he was supposed to go or whatever. Probation ain't going to say, well, just keep going back to Vietnam. Well, just keep sending him back. In the courts, no matter what your punishment is, it is laid out. Okay, they're not going to say an unlimited times in Vietnam.
And I researched this thoroughly. What it is back then when the judges decided to help people out and send them to Vietnam. First of all, they wouldn't send a guy that had a murder charge. But if they did send you, the government is giving control of the military to you. The military takes over. The probation has nothing to do with it no more. It's the military. They own you basically. And Raimondi's trying to say that's why he didn't get his any of his papers when he left or anything.
Everybody would get a discharge paper, period. It doesn't matter how someone got in there. I asked one of the Mexican guys over here whose uncle was in Vietnam about that. It turned out his uncle had been sent over for theft and whatnot. He was stealing stuff in the 60s, and he got the option of going. He had to go one time. It was the normal tour. He had to go through the same training as everybody else. It wasn't a separate criminal division. They had him training with the normal military, the army. And another thing was he said he went to the Marines, which is another bullshit thing. But I asked about it. One tour, went over, came home, and that's that. They tear up it's on your record. They tear it up as far as using it against you later. in future cases as a prior, but it's on your court record forever.
I'm gonna read a couple of these. You can help me answer them. It's amazing how lurid people's reasoning skills can become when they have an agenda. I can't say it better. I mean, it's obvious that people here have agendas, and when
Yeah,
you attack,
well,
why
people with an
don't you
agenda,
tell me what happened with your daughter?
Well, guys were starting to, try to hit up my daughter on her social media accounts, and started saying things about her with the high school stuff, things like that. The stuff you'd expect high school boys to say, we'll say. Now, originally, I was like, this must be one of A-Light's trolls doing this, because it was around the same time that I was going at it with Hootie. And I brought A-Light into it with that one episode. And so I just bought into what Angel and others have said, that it must be those guys. So, but it didn't go away, even after I was fine and neutralized that whole situation. And so
what's the age of your daughter about, approximately? The age
my
of your
daughter's 16.
Okay, so she's at that age then.
Yeah,
okay.
she's a junior in high school. So, the writing style, stuff like that, and one of the trolls that you and I know the name of was probably one of them, and that guy will get his ass handed to him. I'm not going to say any of these trolls' names anymore on any of our platforms like that. I'll let them get handled by our friends.
Are you talking about?
Us.
I'm not going to even call him by his troll name. Are you talking about Joey A?
Yeah, he would be one of them. Definitely one of them.
Okay.
And I talked to the gal in question, by the way, earlier today. She texted me earlier today saying she's seen me back up on the internet again. So, don't make me take this further, No Racks and Joe, because I can.
Okay. Don't say you're going to sue anybody.
Nah. Yeah, it's funny. And see, that's another thing that I'm going to not bring up Angel or Junior. Number one, because I really didn't want to talk about them this whole time anyways. I was only asked about Junior's 302 and what is snitching, what isn't, last summer, if you guys remember. And so I didn't want to bring up their names, and I don't want to build up my channel with using people's like that's names. And so for Angel's consumption, so Angel, I will not bring up your name. Yeah. Don't mention mine. Don't mention mine. I won't mention yours, and it's all good. We'll just move on and act like we've never, ever interacted. It's not because of a lawsuit.
Okay. New Beginning says imported bomb FBS using someone else's name. Yes, that's what trolls do. They use other people's names, and New Beginnings will tell you that they're a troll channel and they're damn good. And a matter of fact, to this day, this guy's FBS still believes that I'm New Beginnings or associated with New Beginnings, which I'm not. And if he went back and looked at Beginnings' early stuff, they used to attack the hell out of me. So
yeah, those videos are still up. If that was really you, which the technical skills say that it's not, but let's say why would these negative videos about you still be up if you were you would think that they would come down.
Yeah, and it's like Krumel says here, New Beginnings for allegedly unemployed FBS allegations, questions made by at Lee Cole's Pickled Tongue. Lee Cole's Pickled Tongue is also a troll. You got so many fucking trolls, it's hilarious.
Yeah, and there's another one in here right now, and I can tell exactly who that one is too. And you guys are dumb. I've got tech friends out here. Again, don't make me activate my skills and my contacts. You won't beat us.
Okay, yes. Wade, I was Lee's mod in the past. I think I should be his new mod. No, New Beginnings. You hustled that wrench off of me and you terrorized me. But once again, FBS won't remember that either. But New Beginnings taught me a valuable lesson. I'm very careful with the wrenches now. It's better to have a couple people with the wrenches than a bunch of them.
Even the guys that are supposedly reliable. I gave one to Carlos,
oh my God,
for my first one, and I had more emails complaining that people were blocked for no reason than I've
Carlos,
ever gotten.
Carlos is a horrible mod. What he does is, I'll give you an example. When he's on FBS's page, I've seen people come in. This one person came in as a new person, and he blocked the person because the person questioned something FBS said. And then if you go into that room and God forbid, if you even say a tiny little thing to Angel, he'll block you. So
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
anybody that has Carlos is not a very good mod. And if you're listening, Carlos,
he has a tendency to let that so-called piece of power get to his head. Being a moderator in a chat room is not much power, Carlos. You don't have to let it go to your head quite like that. Just
that's what he does. He gets up in the morning with a wrench and he goes to bed with a wrench. I think that in real life, he sleeps next to a wrench.
IG, Rolex, and racers, he said I get blocked on the regular. With Rolex and race cars, he sometimes, clowns on me and laughs at me and things like that. I don't block him from my channel.
No.
Sometimes he'll say good things about me. Sometimes he laughs at me. Big whoop. I'm out.
It's like we talked about the other day. I don't have Gunsmoke blocked here. I don't have FBS blocked here, but all those guys have me blocked. So, okay, Thomas says, I think Lee's the only person with balls to interview people that won't stroke his ego. You're not going to get good interviews if you do that. John Alight isn't going to stroke anybody's ego. He has an ego. You could see it literally. And
the other thing, Tom, is that Lee and myself and just a few others aren't afraid to go on anyone else's platform either. I will go on. If someone doesn't like me and they want to have me debate them on merits of my story or whatever else, no worries. I'll roll up on there. They won't do it though. I constantly lay out the gauntlet, the challenge for anybody that's a naysayer. And Lee will go on any of these shows too.
Oh, without a doubt. Vinny betting on the ponies right now with a pogo stick. You know something? People that have pony shows are usually degenerate gamblers. And degenerate gamblers are on the same level as DUI drivers. They wreck lives. That's what they do.
And you know what? Having been a DUI offender myself, I fully had to recognize that that's bullshit. You don't freaking do that stuff. It's dangerous. It's not a victimless crime. If you're just pulled over, you get your car towed, whatever, and it takes, it's a bad thing to be doing. And so, when he says that, keep in mind that we've all made mistakes and whatnot. And he's right though. And just because I now say negative stuff about DUI offenders too that are currently getting, having these issues. You deserve to take some flack.
I think everybody can make a mistake by getting drunk and getting in a car one time. But once you start doing it more than one time,
yeah, absolutely.
It's self. I was with a woman that I loved very much in my life, and she got up 8 o'clock in the morning and went to work, and a drunk driver hit her head on. And I seen her head and her neck in the halo, and it took her 3 months just to get out of the hospital. And she's never been this well. She's recovered pretty good, but she's not the same person.
Lee, with this last one I had in 2011, it was prescribed medicine that I took, and so the judge cut me some slack because of that. While I was on probation, my uncle was killed by a DUI driver in Kentucky. He lived there in the Midwest. My mom's older brother, long gone. So while I was on probation for DUI, I had to go through the pain of losing a loved one to DUI. That taught me the biggest lesson that I'd ever learned on that stuff.
Yep. And people don't realize with DUIs, you're going to spend at least $10,000 to $20,000 to get out of it. First of all, you're going to do. The states, they love DUIs. They get $10,000 a pop automatically.
Oh yeah.
That's why the cops go out and do them. Listen, this one is what it is. Lee Cole, do you know the name of Weird Al's old channels? Yesterday's show, I put up the link to his first channel that he had. If you looked at yesterday's show, the link is there, but he took them all down. But the link is still there. The old code to that channel is still there if you want to go take a look at that.
Yeah,
Okay.
and Rolex and race cars. Yeah, it's definitely over 10K for those. And you know, even if you happen to beat it, it's going to cost you a lot. And you know, then all the insurance rate increases. And the moment, God forbid, one of you guys does hit a girl or a boy and you kill somebody, you're gonna get sent to prison, and you ain't gonna be liked. You're gonna be treated slightly better than a chomo. All right,
Yeah.
remember that.
And a lot of times they put DUI people in protective custody also.
They have to now in California
yeah.
because the gangs were running out of other prisoners to pick on, so they start going after DUI. You got to have 4 of them in California to go to state prison. So 4 of them in 10 years, which is a lot. So if you're hitting that already, if you're hitting 4 DUIs in 10 years, you deserve the prison time you're getting.
You can go broke betting on Al's horse picks. Just take a look at Al. Would you trust him betting on your horse? Would you trust him being near your horse? Would you trust him being near a person on your horse? I would not let Al near my horse, because you would have to keep a good eye on Al, you know? And you know what's funny? You always, no matter what happens in this genre, somebody pop out of the blue. It was Tony and now it's Al. Who's next? Somebody's going to pop out of the blue that's weirder than hell. And like, you know, these guys, I mean, Tony, you know, not Tony, I'm sorry. Vinny, forgive me, Tony. Is that his name? No,
Tony V, the guy who wrote the comment?
No, Al, I'm sorry.
Al,
I don't know.
okay.
It's probably not even his real name. But anyway, Al, you know he's going to do shows with my name on it, because so does, what's his name? Stacks. I'm not bragging, people, but when they put my name and go after me, they get 2,000 views. He got 1,000 views going after me last night. So of course he's going to go out and do that. It's just smart, but it's stupid. But, you know, because no one's going to take your channel serious. I mean, look what FBS has done. He has gone from a quality channel to no quality channel, and he'll get mad at me for saying that. But, you know, his channel, and if you look at the growth in the last month, my channel has outgrown him in the last month. And he may not want to take it. Look at the numbers. You know why, FBS? Because I do look at the numbers. And
I think
in the last
FBS,
month,
one of the other mistakes he's been making, and this is constructive criticism if he's watching, is that he's doing way too many shows in the same day. I stopped watching his stuff a while back, but I get the alert still.
That's a money grab. That's a money thing. That's a
He's
money
doing
thing.
a lot of them, 2-hour shows at a time, 2-3 times a day. It's just oversaturated. It's not a good idea.
You know, but it's the money grab right now. But that money grab will affect. And like he made a comment in his last show. He said, "I don't need people that are doing worse than me to tell me what to do." So, dude, I don't do lives. If I did lives every day, I would be right there with you. But I don't. You know, you do them 2 times a day. You know, a lot.
You better believe anyone, but including no racks. If I had possession of this channel 4 months ago, I wouldn't be where I am. You will see where I am in 4 months from now.
No, I believe you. You got there
Not
before
you, those clowns.
Yeah, but you know, I just hope you don't do it by going after one particular person.
No. Yeah. In fact, and that's why I made it clear I am not going to be using the Gotti name for, you know, I'm going to make it plain as day that I will be building the channel based on me. And of course, since it's, you know, a mob entertainment group, Hootie, Gene, anyone that's doing positive stuff will certainly be able to be interviewed or throw things on their book promotions, whatever. So, you know, but it will definitely be built on positive stuff, not on negative.
And you're not going to have any of these guys coming out of jail anymore that are rats getting channels, because from now on, the government's going to make them sign stuff where they can't, because of what happened with Pasqua and what happened with Panisi. They're not going to allow it anymore. I was talking to somebody about that who's very involved in that, and they said that it's not going to happen. The government's not going to. So you're not going to see rats coming out of jail anymore or prison and doing this, because the government is embarrassed. Pasqua embarrassed the hell out of them, and Panisi embarrassed them. They're not going to allow it anymore.
Yeah, I would agree, and I'm surprised they couldn't. I'm surprised they couldn't see this coming earlier. But sometimes the government's reactive than proactive.
Okay, Tony V, Brooklyn Vinny's paying attention to the trolls. Yes, and I wish if Brooklyn Vinny was here, invite him in. He did a show this morning. I wasn't up yet, I wasn't prepared to go on his show. I would have if I knew it bothered him that much. But people, that I don't talk about Brooklyn Vinny and anything. The guy's a good guy. I mean, what can you say negative about him? The only thing negative I could say about Brooklyn Vinny is that he's a really nice guy, and the trolls are going to take advantage of that. That's what they're going to do. They're going to take advantage of his kindness, and they're going to get in his head. They're going to befriend him. When you got certain people telling you this stuff already, and they are known trolls, and you're talking to them, they're going to work you.
And also, Vinny, be ready for your personal life or any other issues being brought up or threatened to. Like I had, some ass clown threatened to expose my, my DUI stuff or whatever, which if the dude had researched would have seen that I have done a lot of stuff to warn younger people about that kind of thing and getting away from any type of addiction issues. And Vinny, chances are that you have some medical situations or two. I think you've even brought one or two up. Be very, very careful. Make sure before you bring that stuff up that you're ready to answer these people about it if it's going to get to you. If it ain't going to get to you, then just ignore them.
And what burns these people up more than anything is when I actually associate and get along with people. Like I get along with Tom LaVecchia, no problem whatsoever. So they're going to work him. I get along good with Vinny. They're going to work him. They're not going to work you because they know they can't work you. And, but this is what they're going to do. If I get along with them, you got to take a look every day, people. It's like 5-6 channels coming at me every day. That's what they do. When they start bringing my family into it, interviewing my family members, bringing up things that are happening personally in my life, that's low-level scumbag shit. That's what they are, low-level scumbag people. Okay, I like what New Beginning says here, because I'm not a man. People know that, so you can't be me. And she'll admit to you that she's not, But you know what? I don't mess with that woman. Women trolls are a lot more dangerous than the men trolls.
And by the way, speaking of women trolls, they know how to really get you guys because all they have to do is get one of their hot friends to flirt with you male trolls. And within no time, you guys start sending your pictures over to them. You start sending over your personal information. By the way, how do you think one or two of you trolls that I'm now aware of, how do you think I got your info? I have a good looking gal friend that decided to help me out. So you better believe that if you mess with the New Beginnings, these women trolls will make you beta male trolls wish you hadn't have even tried it.
Antonio, Tony, the Boston Strangler. Yeah, he kind of reminds me of the Boston Strangler. Buffalo Bill, he's Buffalo Bill. I'm telling you, you just know that Al does the pullback thing that they did in Buffalo Bill, that Buffalo Bill did. And remember that?
Yeah,
definitely. Lee turns. Okay, I don't even want to get into. Josie's just crazy. She don't stop coming. I mean, she's just like boom. She's in your face. That woman does not back off. I mean, I have no problem with Alan's stuff, but Josie, she's a tough one because she is a woman, and women are just. When it comes to this trolling stuff, they're just better than the men at it.
Well, she brought up that alleged theft or whatever garbage.
Yeah.
Where's the proof of that?
There's not.
All these allegations, that obviously the Chomo thing was bad, but now accusing you of, where are you going to back up anything you say on that?
They're not going to back it up because you know what it was? It was one person coming along saying it. And then it was a second person that pretended that they were my adopted son or something. And you know what? They might still come forward, but the reality is they're not who they say they are. That's it, but they can do anything. I mean, and that's the horrible thing. Once you get on the internet and you put yourself out in the open like this, you better be prepared for this stuff. It's that simple.
Yeah. Yeah. As I was saying to Vinny a few minutes ago, you could be ready for it. And they're going to try to drive a Mack truck through anything that they think gets to you. Okay.
Yeah. He drinks like 10 cups of coffee a day. Yeah. During that show, he drank. Anybody that drinks that much coffee has a lot of mental issues. I mean, caffeine's not good for you like that. Krumel, new beginning for allegedly unemployed FBS. Yes. Al is creepier neighbor down the block. You just know that when Al leaves the internet, nobody talks to him. He's in heaven right now because he actually found something to do where he feels wanted. But you know that when Al gets off that, it's him, the horses, and that's it. And whoever he has down in his basement. Josie is madly won't kidnap her. No, I won't kidnap her. She'll beat the shit out of me.
And it's kind of hard to speed away from the cops across the Atlantic Ocean. So Lee likes to be able to drive off and show the cops who's boss if he's going to do that. So come on.
Let me tell you something. The stupidest thing you could do in the world is kidnap somebody because you're looking at a hard ass time. Once people seen that whole thing, the DA dropped the charges, that was just two people fighting. And what I should have done is pulled my vehicle over and told her to get the hell out, but I didn't. That's where I fucked up. And the cops knew that,
Yeah, and for those of you guys who think speeding away from anything is smart, you better think again. If you even, I went to pull away on the last DUI. I started up my truck, went to drive off, and then I stopped because my truck was messed up. But they saw the tire tracks for like 30 feet, and they almost charged me with evading.
Al's right. Al blocks everyone. There's no doubt he was at it. I thought he had the hots for Josie. Lee Cole, UB2 also talked about MRE. Yes, and MRE hit UB2 also about a month ago. When he first came out, when this Al guy came out, he was saying a couple things that was wrong, and he was corrected by MRE. And MRE, I just seen the video on it. I didn't realize it was out there, but MRE warned us about this guy a month ago.
Yeah, wow. So he brought up Al a month ago?
Yeah, when Al first came out, because Al said because Al was defending A-Light in this video a month ago and attacking people that were going after A-Light, including MRE. Al said that MRE shouldn't be going after A-Light. So it's obvious that he's an A-Light fanboy.
Yeah, wow. That
Al's favorite song is Creep by Radiohead. Okay.
That is a good song, though. I like Radiohead.
Put the lotion in the basket. That's gross, dude. Okay. Krumel, congrats. You got, he didn't get the wrench back. Who is UB? That's Al, ain't it? UBT?
No. Al, who's okay. I think that's isn't that the initials for the little nickname that some of the guys got for him now?
Oh yeah, yes, yeah.
Okay, all right.
I call him Al Biden, but Lee, I deserve to be made for what I did for this family. You know what, Anthony? I got to think about it, man. But I have no problem giving you a wrench, dude. But your Karen Anthony Raimondi name, I mean, that kind of defies logic. But let me think about it, dude. Uncle Bad Touch. That's what it means. UBT, Uncle Bad Touch. Al definitely cross-dresses. I don't think there's any doubt because every once in a while you'll see him make a motion. I can see him with a blonde wig, some white, some blue. I'm sorry, red high heels. I had a gay brother that used to cross dress, and he used to go down to the clubs in Greenwich Village. And I remember when he first came out and told us he was gay. He got up one day and we're all sitting at the table. He got up and goes, "I have a confession to make. I'm gay." And we all started laughing, and because we already knew he was gay. You know, and
that's always funny, right? When someone's so like they're not quite sure of the perception around them fully, and it's like, no, we already knew, man. We could tell that. You know, what do you think? There's a joke from one of my friends in the military after the "Don't Ask, Don't Tell" stuff was kicked in by Clinton back in the day. He's like, yeah, we had a guy who came out to us and said, "Look, I'm not going to talk about my sexuality. You can tell probably what it is." And yeah, we know. Now get back to work. Yeah.
Rest in peace. I thought Tony Pizza was coming out with a show today. He's supposed to do an interview tonight on Stack.
Yeah, he is.
Which means
Tony's channel is up with the same number of subs, just had no videos.
Really? I looked at it. I thought that one with the clams is still on the page.
Well, maybe I missed that, but I did see he has one coming out today. So,
well, I hope he does, but maybe that's why he's going on Stacks tonight because he doesn't have a channel to go to. He could still go on channel.
Well, no. His channel. I saw that it was his channel that he is doing a live show on later. I don't think his other videos are up though. Something like,
well, yeah, something's got to be wrong though, because Tony's the type of guy, he'll just go on. He'll just be driving, stop and go on.
And I think what might happen with him is, and I don't know this firsthand. I do talk to Ori, but I don't talk to Ori about Tony Pizza. And I know Tony Pizza's good with him too. I'm pretty sure Ori has been telling him or Sammy too, hey, some of these videos, man, you got to chill. You're a friend of ours. You use our names in your videos. If you're going to do that, you can't be saying certain words because they haven't. Ori and Sammy have decent media images still,
So what did you think last night about Al saying that people that watch my show have mental illnesses?
Yeah, what happened was when Vinny came into the chat room later, he had to clarify that, well, Vinny, you don't. And then another guy, he had said, well, you're more than welcome to watch it if you want. No, the reality is that most people are mature enough to take what they believe to be true from a host and go with it. And the things they don't agree with, they just put aside. So we can walk and chew gum at the same time. We can certainly, I can be okay with Jimmy Calandra, just like I can be okay with someone who may not like him. As long as, I'm not going to intermingle the business though like that. So I think with him, he did say that, but then he had to take it back.
And Al, I just like to let you know, right now you have like 24 people watching your show, and I got 103, and we're on at the same time, Al. That should tell you something, Al. And it's a Saturday. If you go on Saturday during the day, it's usually the slowest time of the whole entire. That's one of the reasons I love going on Saturdays, because it's kind of laid back. Then Saturday night starts building up.
Hey, real quick, Mikey Whispers said that John Wolf dropped a video on me. I know he did one about 2 months or 3 months ago when I was in Reno. Can you clarify if the video you're talking about is new or if it's an older one? I appreciate it, Mikey.
John Wolf should be dropping videos on himself. John, why don't you tell people who you are and how you started off?
He had to grasp at straws with me. He put on there that I was a snitch, and his proof was me saying that in Reno, I said I was sick and tired of seeing drug addicts laying in front of the casinos on the sidewalk where, and that they need to be removed. Well, I didn't clarify whether, how I said to do it. If the old mob ran those casinos the way they used to, Reno and Lake Tahoe were ran by the California mob. And you better believe the Sierra Nevadas have a lot of Reno's old problems. If they were running it, I guarantee addicts would not be laying on the streets there.
The problem I had with John Wolf is that he I tried very, very hard to get along with him, but then he doxed me for one, so I forgot about it. And then he's coming out lately with, like yesterday he came out with a video. Oh, this weekend's going to be bad for Lee. Wait till you see what we're going to have on him and drop it and stuff. So it's like, dude, if that's the way you're going to talk about me, fuck you, man. Do whatever you're going to do.
Wolf, he gets way more attention than he deserves.
Yes.
And the videos that he's made, if he could drop one on me that was legit, then I would tell him, hey, good job. But saying I'm a snitch because I don't want drug addicts laying in front of casinos.
He's fucking with you, dude. He's fucking with you. The dude's a white supremacist. He's fucking with you.
Oh,
he believes in the most thorough things that you can. If you see the writings of John Wolf and what he believes in stuff, it's like I'm talking
he's
Ted Kalinske.
If it was up to him, there would be a lot of Auschwitzes built in America.
Yes, and he doesn't talk about that. The fact that anybody is, I tried to give the guy the benefit of a doubt, but he's just a mean fuck is what he is. Anthony Romani, maybe Lee will give you a button soon. Hey, we'll see. I'll promise you one thing, Anthony. I ain't going to do that silly ass shit where we make you. I mean, there's another guy doing that. He's making people. Al looks like a mugshot for an embarrassing offense. I stole Jesse's identity. I want to. Oh, you stole it, and he's blaming me. Jesse, you've been trolled. She took your identity, and you blame me all this time. Shame on you. Is that John? I think that is John Wolf, actually. Okay, maybe I had the wrong assumption. Lee calls pickle tongue. I'm sorry. I can't wait for you to finally take my wrench away. Till now, I've never lost. Okay, he looks like David Johansen. Al looks like David Johansen. What do you think?
You know what? I don't even know. I'm sorry. I don't know who David Johansen is.
He's a singer. He was pretty popular back in the 80s. Real popular.
What group?
He played the cab driver in Scrooge. Remember Scrooge?
Okay.
Yeah, that's David Johansen.
Yeah. I like that movie too. Bill Murray's. I always liked his comedy. He's still good now.
Al has a reverse peephole on his front door. Okay.
What?
That's.
Or do you mean he has a reverse peephole on other people's front doors?
Well, if that is John Wolf's father, I blocked you, dude. I'm sorry, but I thought it was John Wolf. I'll unblock you. But John Wolf's been really abusive toward me lately. I'm not going to take that shit. What's the deal with the mob show report? Don't know much about him. He's a weirdo. He's actually doing this stuff. People are putting him up to it. Just all you got to do is go look at his chat rooms. Who's in his chat rooms during his show? What's her name's in the chat room now? All of a sudden, whenever the Queen shows up, that means something. She's watching the show right now. She just she won't say nothing until she gets mad. You ever notice that about Angel?
It's the same. Yeah, for sure. I'll say yes.
Yeah, like walking, all of a sudden, Angel's going to pop up and say something. But Angel, you know what? You're not blocked in here. Look at the smirk on his face. He's creepy. He sure is. But Tony, why don't you I think you should meet him in Brooklyn and go hang out for the day or something. Can you imagine spending the day hanging out with Al? All he would do is talk to you about horses.
Yeah, I know a lot of mob guys like the ponies and all that and the horse race stuff, but I was never able to get into that crap. To me, it's just a bunch of animals running in a giant oval. And I don't know. I could never get into it, I guess.
Damn, Anthony, Anthony's just dying to get a button. Yeah, he got triggered. It's easy to trigger him. He has no idea what's coming his way. Once you get involved in this game, for 3 months now, I've been getting brutally attacked constantly. He has no idea how bad it can get. He'll learn. I wouldn't even let this guy alone with my dog. I wouldn't. If I did, I'd put a diaper on my dog. Oh, dude, yeah, dude, Jules, I'll definitely make you a mod. I'll take care of it. I'll take care of it after the show. So you should have a wrench next time you come in. And Dude Jules, FBS doesn't like Dude Jules, and I don't know why. Yes, Lee, he so loves to swear. Does he kiss his significant other with that mouth? I don't know. I can't picture him with a significant other. Maybe a joy doll that he blows up and calls his significant other, puts it on the couch. They watch TV together. What's the name of that show when Arquette walked around with the doll? Do you remember that? Did you see that movie?
Walked
David
around
Arquette, he
with the
played-
doll.
Yeah, it was actually a pretty popular movie. He literally had a doll for a mate, and he would take this doll dressed up like a mannequin, and he would put it in the car. And it was based on a true story, and he would go everywhere with this mannequin and doll. And he was a professor with some sick shit. Yeah, and it was so accepted. It must have been in New York. Okay, I doubt that that's coffee in Al's mug. It's probably blood. Okay. I was thinking maybe it's probably like, I hate to say this, maybe horse semen. Mickey whispers, hey, FBS hates you. Why? Because you spoke the truth one day? Hey, listen, I have a lot of people that come to my chat room that go off on me, but I don't block them.
Yeah, no doubt.
You can dislike somebody and disagree with them. That doesn't mean you should block them. You know, John Wolf, he's different. He literally doxed me. He's been getting brutally vicious. So a guy like that, when he gets like that, you just walk away from him.
The guy said that the video that he put out with me is called my JC's delusional rant or something. Yeah, Wolf. Let's have you diagnosing who's delusional, and or as you would say about you. No.
A matter of fact, Wolf, John Wolf, here's what I'll do. I'll unblock you, and next live show I will let you come on, and we could talk. How's that? That's the best I can do.
I'll go
John.
on with John too.
Yeah. So John, how's that for a deal? We'll bring you on next show.
Hey, Wolf, will you accept the challenge?
I don't know anything about that, Mickey. Mickey, where are you from, Mickey? Just wondering. Are you are from the area, or always just let me know. Mickey Bats. I like that. That's a good mobster name, Mickey Bats.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Al and John Wolf both had My Buddy dolls growing up. Oh my God.
Perpetual, yeah. It's
Perpetual
easy for you to say, right? Right.
Yeah. Laugh out loud. You always have some funny comments. The only Italian FBS has him is Chef Boyardee. Okay. You know he's going to come after me because you're making fun of him. Just so you know. John and Al versus Lee and JC. You know what? We could do John and Al. They can come in and we could talk about it and debate it. As long as John does not bring a voodoo doll. Did you ever see that when he did the voodoo doll on me?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Oh.
And
he was like Lee Cole, and he was sticking in the. Oh, that was as creepy as you could be. I actually ran out of people. That means I've done just about everybody here. Okay. Minus Tanya, the Iraqi who works for MRE BTW. She's not a part of the numbers. She's just an Iraqi with a super annoying channel. Tanya's been really getting abused by Josie. I think that's a mistake.
Mikey, just something too. I had in one of the videos I did about Mob Rats Exposed, I brought up Tanya for the whole doxing thing. I am actually for Tanya on 95% of what she does. So, I just disagreed with that particular thing with the Gunnar Lindblom house value stuff because that requires invading privacy. But other than that, and for the most part, she does a lot of good work. The Iraqi, I don't know where you get that from. And she works for herself. You can tell she's an independent person there, so she doesn't work for MRE. And MRE works by himself too, by the way. So he doesn't need any help. I think her channel is all right for the most part. So I guess we have a different interpretation there. And I had a video where I mentioned a criticism, and I'm saying she has a good channel.
Did you see the part when MRE debated against Gunsmoke?
I saw a good portion of that. And
I gotta give Gunsmoke credit. He held his own.
He let himself get flustered by Mob Rat's exposed, his Cartman voice, where he makes fun of the way that you guys are, where he starts to try to do that, and then
that's the mistake
to him though.
See, that's the mistake that I made when I debated. You can't debate someone you can't see.
Yeah, if you're going to debate with Mob Rat's exposed, look, I can get him on his hypocrisy on a couple of things. I can get him on some of his language stuff, but I'm not the language PC police, so I really don't care how he talks. But if others did, they could report him for that kind of stuff and get him in big trouble. I think he's got 2 strikes now because of that kind of thing. So, but the guy puts out, mostly good stuff in terms of what he's trying to accomplish. If you notice, some of these big time liars have stopped doing videos, and that's a positive development there. So, salute to him. If I was to debate him, I would hit him mainly on some of the hypocrisy, but he won't give a crap about that. He's got his own thing, so he doesn't care.
Cold North, Jesse should have accepted my date offer. Who's on right now hating on me? There's just so many that can hate on me. Okay. Lee, I told the dog, Lee, the dog told him to do it, laugh out loud. That's Son of Sam type of stuff, I guess.
Hey, Mickey, you said who calls the cops on MobTube? I don't. I didn't say to, and if you listen to what I just said, I said I'm not the language police. I said I'm not. You people, some of you guys need to learn to pay attention. Go ahead. Sorry.
Pappy, why does Al have underoos in his drawers? Mickey whispered, Al wears his mother's clothes and screams at himself in the mirror. Oh, that was a good movie. Uncle Bad Touch. Oh, he has a show on right now screaming at me? Okay. Hey, listen, if he's going to play the game, he's going to play the game. Wolf and Creepy Al versus Lee, okay? And JC. Weird Al looks like a Guy Murphy from RoboCop. Could imagine. See, they got a free fight card on with a main card so I'm going to be leaving in a couple minutes today. I'll watch this UFC fight card.
Hey,
and
thanks,
it's coming
Mickey.
from
Mickey clarified that it was FBS who said that, the whole cop thing. He wasn't saying I would. So, okay, thanks, Mickey. I didn't think you were saying I would, but I didn't realize you were asking me about him. I don't approve of him doing that either. If Tony Pizza was such a problem for him and Shanna, then let Tony roll up, and then you handle him the way that you handle any other invader to your house. If that's really what he was going to do. Tony Pizza, in my view, was just saying what he thinks he could say to hurt FBS's feelings, because Tony really can't do much else to most people. And
FBS can't control himself. He's not capable of going into a show and not talking about me. When
Oh yeah, you know what?
it's not hard. You don't hear me in here like you'll hear me every once in a while say something, but he'll literally do a whole show on it because it's a money grab. That's what it comes down to. And if he's playing this into his show, I just want to let you know that FBS. And
I
you're not
forgot
a
FBS is anti-Second Amendment. So the whole idea with Tony Pizza, you know, and that's the funny thing about these guys from the left. They're anti-gun, but then they also want the cops defunded. They'll tell you, don't use your gun or don't own a gun. Call the authorities. But then they want the authorities to be defunded so that you don't have authorities to call.
Like he wanted, and he did a show the other day. He said that I was alt-right. What is alt-right? Is anybody that voted for Trump automatically alt-right? I'm not a radical. I just believe in certain things like the Constitution, and that's it. I don't believe that. I thought it was stupid what they did at the Capitol because it set everything way back, and you know, the Democrats use that to their advantage. That was a stupid thing that happened at the Capitol.
Yeah, and because and you got to figure that they're never going to judge their riot types, we'll say Antifa, etc. They're never going to be
all over the country
measured by the same standard because they did way more damage to America than frickin' a few people on meth and drinking too much did that day.
Anthony, mob guys didn't even know who Sonny Frances was. Who said that? Everybody knew who Sonny was.
Wow.
I mean, God, I knew of Sonny when I was a kid, and I wasn't even a mob guy. He was just popular. He was always going. His stage name is Buster Poindexter. Al does have a touch of Peter Weller RoboCop. That's it. RoboCop. That's who he looks like. Peter Weller.
Yeah, that's a little bit closer. Yeah.
Okay. I'm sure that people could use that to their advantage.
Yeah, Tony V, you're right. It's the crazy people from the far left that call anybody alt-right. You know, they will call libertarians alt-right because, you know, libertarianism isn't really part of the Republican Party itself. They'll call paleo-conservatives like Pat Buchanan.
And we have an FBS official troll in here, Bob Miller. You're a kidnapper. Is that all you have, Bob? It's like you just wasted a couple moments of your life. Probably took you like 20 minutes to write that. Now come up with something better. I'm not going to even lock you. I'm not going to block you for saying that. Al gets so angry. He does get angry. Oh my gosh. I'd hate to be his wife when he gets angry, if he has a wife. Mickey, FBS hates you. That means you're doing the right thing. I doubt that's, well, we've already read that stuff. I'll do a couple more here. I got about, FBS has delusions of grandeur. He thinks he is so fucking smart. He'll sit there saying, you see how smart I am? I out-debated everybody. You know, it's like, dude, we've twice debated and you didn't out-debate me. Twice. You're full of shit. People know me. They know I don't get out-debate. Don't get me wrong. MR Egan, you can't see him to debate him. Al and John Wolf both had My Buddy Dolls. Well, that's an old one. I'm sorry, guys. Okay, these are old ones. I'm getting ready to call it a show here. So, good show, Lee. Hope things are going well. I appreciate that. People, I'm going to let this go. We've been on an hour and 19 minutes. Once again, thank you so much for coming on today. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
I like when you come on.
Get back to tending to my Rona, and I got a text during this from one of my installers. He said he had it too, so it's definitely going around.
Why don't you tell us, let people know about your channel we're planning on doing.
Yeah, thank you. So you guys sub to the channel, Mob Entertainment Group. But what we're going to be doing is having, any of these guys that actually dealt with the mob or associates or were part of whatever are more than welcome to contribute. It's more of a community forum now than anything else. It's, not my ego per se. I'll get into, book stuff. Gene's book, I'm going to start reading a page or two at a time. I got permission from him and his publisher to do that. and then also do some interviews similar to the old Hootie and JC show interviews that we used to do that you guys really liked. And also part of the reason of having this is so that we don't have unnecessary troll issues anymore. Anybody can reach out if you think there's an issue with someone else, and then we can, sit down and talk about it and look at the source of the problem, make sure that it's something legit before anybody does stupid stuff. So I'm going to be putting out some decent content there, and we're going to be doing some other fun stuff with it. And I'm also going to be re-releasing the old Hootie and JC show files. I'm going to be releasing them in parts because I'm also transferring the files over to Hootie at the same time so he can put them up on his channel. And if you notice, folks, I kept it fair and 100 with my business partners. That's how I am with everybody. Even though Hootie and I went through this little war in July, I still did not monetize that channel or collect any super chats until this is resolved, which it just got resolved.
And is it true that you stopped smoking weed?
Yeah, actually, I with the no, for reals, with the
I'm kidding.
being that I got Rona, I ran out 2 days ago. So the last time I quit smoking pot was because I caught a flu, and I was like, I can't smoke. I might as well use it as an opportunity. So
isn't it almost impossible to quit smoking weed in California?
Yeah, no doubt. And for those of you guys out there, wondering about all that kind of thing, or the people who are so pro weed that you think there's never an issue with it, just in 2 days alone, my productivity around the house, even though I'm sick, I'm cleaning up more stuff than I did in the last month or two. So believe me, when you're not smoking pot, your productivity does go up. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I've enjoyed it a lot in my life, and I used to move it. But
it depends how much you smoke. If you sit there smoking bong all day,
yeah,
it's going to slow you down.
It ends up going that direction if I don't watch it. So, I got to be cool with things.
Okay, I appreciate you coming on,
Thank
man.
you for having me on, Lee, and thank you for allowing me to say the channel name and all that. Drop the link, and thank you for everybody in the chat. We'll do more of these, and I think you're going to see a lot of great entertaining things from Lee, myself, and the others that are trying to keep this whole genre positive and to move the genre forward.
Okay, and if you guys leave here, you probably won't be able to go to FBS because if you're on my show, I'm sure he blocked you out by now. But anyway, people take care. I appreciate you being here. I love doing the lives. 2 days in a row is nice. I'll probably be back tomorrow. Everybody take care. Thank you.